I've been here so long, I almost forgot why I came.
Lots to do, this hustle and bustle. Especially right at home.
How are we to fight with such worn out gear? Not much to do now, so we wait for someone to come along.
All the best tales come from travelers.
Where was I?
I've just recalled the little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
Fancy a gander? Fine wares
On me, the rules at your left.
What delights might there be to find in town today?
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
There is no shortage of beasts that need culling in this world.
Could use a fun party one day.
What are you up to?
Not sure all the best.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the finest brews in all of Vernworth. Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares.
Let's take it easy today. The rules at your left.
Now we're a welcome sight.
Oh,
Got a beat I shall be your shadow.
Time to be heading.
Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
We ought to put it to good use.
The room's at your leisure. I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life. I find that
Autumn, you seem good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour.
Ah, how I've longed to embrace my bedroll.
To this world I return, ready to put all I've learned to use.
Good morrow, everyone.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I don't know about you, but I am full of vim and vigor.
Time to hit the sack. Deep in my cups of tis.
The room's at your leisure.
These old bones grow weary. Trade
Not sure what they expect. I'm no
would say.
Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
We ought to put it to good use.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Now here's a welcome sight.
Swapping stories is one of life's great pleasures.
Wish I'd go on an adventure.
Let's see. Where to next? I'm surrounded by winches on all sides.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. Should my tale entertain you?
Greetings. Welcome to the Guildhall. Here, we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word. Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accepting registration for warriors or sorcerers at this time. You see, as we currently have no archer staves or greatswords on hand, we are unable to outfit new members. And we cannot simply purchase more, as the delivery of arms intended for the local armory and other guilds in this domain was plundered by goblins. So regrettably, I cannot assist you, unless you were to procure a weapon yourself, that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you aught of the stolen shipment. He runs the local armory, and we purchase almost all of our stock from him. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
Whence might we procure such a thing?
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful.
Can't they see this bloody place?
Always another errand to see to.
As you wish. I shall return directly.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? This really is fine craftsmanship.
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory. And quality is what you need if you want to survive. So... Before you check the price, just remember, many thanks. I appreciate the bit.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Hoi, friend. Klaus sent word that you've agreed to rescue some of my pilfered equipment. I'd be grateful for aught you can reclaim, truly. Fair warning. Goblins are behind these ox-cart raids, I've since learned. No doubt they're hoarding the stolen arms in their den. From the tell of it, their lair lies somewhere along the Western Road. Pray do be careful. If aught were to go awry, 'twould weigh heavily on my heart. Losing my wares for good would make me sore, but no sack of gold can compare to a fellow life, eh?
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told and all, but not particularly exciting, eh? I mean, it's the sort of thing you hear bandied about the tavern every other night, isn't it? I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. Haven't learned much, that's for sure. And by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making much for his efforts, neither. So where's all his coin coming from, then? Makes a man wonder, it does.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you?
Nay,
You wish me to return? At once, Master.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
Precious little time.
I'm nodding off where I stand.
If I might be so bold as to speak my mind? Different masters favour different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Fascinating.
Well, that wasn't the homecoming I envisioned. I knew the village would be in a bad
Creature's corpse will serve us well.
You got quite the hunter's figure.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
We must not let down our guard. I'll keep them pinned down.
Splendid.
Here, strike with lightning.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? I'll gather this. It might be of use. I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. My knowledge from other worlds tells me that a forgotten riftstone lies near here. Shall I lead the way?
Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
I'll turn you into a...
I can do no less in service to the prison.
Well said.
I'll save you! Go where your help is needed.
This wound is proof of my negligence.
I grant you life this bang.
I'll wager I could make that shot.
Go right ahead. Wolves, Master!
Ice is not a threat to it. We may have to rethink our strategy.
One arrow is all I need.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
I see it as a glad thing. We are well poised to supplement each other's strengths.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. I would be glad to demonstrate your mage skills, should you desire magical assistance. Might I be of assistance?
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
I'll go and open the chest.
A cave. Shall we proceed into the depths?
Tread carefully. One never can be too cautious.
Understood. You have no need of my assistance at present, but I shall be ready to render aid at a moment's notice.
Look, he's here!
Here! Strike with lightning on your side.
You have my protection! Water is nigh invisible in this gloom.
Goblins! Master!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness! Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
Twas a glorious success!
Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
I'll turn you in. I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
Methinks we could move this boulder, if we work together.
Shall we set it rolling? We've got goblins!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Let my magic grant you an elemental boon. I knew you would prevail, Master. Fall back, and I will heal you with my magic. Right there.
This ends here!
I'll be feeling the scars of that battle for some time yet.
What fails to destroy? You have no need of my assistance at present, but I shall be ready to render aid at a moment's notice.
At once, Master. Arisen.
Naught feels quite so wasteful as coming upon a fine piece of equipment after purchasing the very same item in a shop.
Ah, yes. That sounds familiar. We'd best report back.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Another battle so soon? We only just tore through the last one!
Grant you an elemental boon.
Then I shall remain by your side.
If I might be so bold as to speak my mind,
the private quarters of one arisen I served had many a visitor, and rarely the same one.
I would be glad to demonstrate the efficacy of my mage skills, should you desire my assistance.
I'm glad.
Well said.
Forgive me for being a burden arisen.
Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Come to think of it, our ranks have gone unchanged for a while now.
As a result, we move as one.
At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
Out of the cave at last.
Such dark depths take their toll on the spirit.
That's just what I was thinking.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
I could look upon this sky for all eternity, if 'twasn't for the crick in my neck.
Keep gazing upward and you're like to stumble ere long.
I could look upon this sky for all eternity, if if 'twasn't for the crick in my neck.
Keep gazing upward and you're like to stumble ere long.
Another battle! Nary a moment to breathe! We must find a moment to gather our strength!
Here! Strike with lightning when you decide.
What say we get some rest? I'm not sure I could face a trek with my belly so full.
Good sleep is the key to a good adventure.
Good morrow, everyone.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well?
We are none of us alike in vocation.
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
I see it as a glad thing. We are well poised to supplement each other's strengths.
Let's have a look then.
Well, I'll be. Is that one of my wares I spy on you? Good on you, sir. I expect these goblins are feeling mighty sore right now. Have you been to see Klaus yet? You'll be able to have him change your vocation. I appreciate you stopping by, but a lone weapon won't save my business. 'Tis yours. Take it to Klaus with my blessing. Go on, off with you.
Interested in my wares?
Captain will have my head if I skip another patrol.
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Oh-ho! You have procured an archer's staff, I see. Most excellent. You may now change your vocation to Sorcerer, if it pleases you, sir. However, if you wish to register as a warrior instead, you will need to acquire a greatsword. Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Marvelous! You have acquired both an archer staff and a greatsword. You may now change your vocation as desired, sir. What's more, I bear glad tidings. 'Twould seem our arms shortage is at an end. I dare say the armory will be resupplied anon.
Outstanding.
A job well done.
Our efforts have been rewarded.
see a look at my wares?
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Anything to do